Flip phones are no longer about nostalgia, they have become seriously daily drivers now. And in 2025, two brands are fighting it out hard, Samsung and Motorola. I have been using the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and Razr 60 Ultra side by side, flipping, folding, flexing. And now I finally know which one I would pick. So let's not waste any time and let's flip into it. Let's start with something you see and feel every day. The design. The Razr 60 Ultra feels solid, titanium reinforced hinge, Gorilla Glass ceramic shield, an IP48 rating and a slightly heavier body. But in hand, it feels premium, no doubt. The Flip 7 though, this thing is sleek. It's lighter at just 188 grams, thinner and folds completely shut. There is no hinge gap unlike the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra. That click, oh, it feels so satisfying. Plus the new blue shade I've been using, it's an absolute head turner. So Flip 7 always feels like it's suited and booted. Clean lines, tight hinge and premium polish. Razr 60 Ultra on the other hand is more like linen shirt vibes. Smoother hinge, a little more relaxed in the hand. Samsung is majorly about premiumness, especially with its design and One UI 8's refined interfaces. Motorola is solid too with a titanium hinge and nice curves around the edges. But it doesn't scream luxury the way Samsung does. Out of the two, if you ask me which one would I pick based on their form factor, I think Galaxy Z Flip 7 would be my pick. It feels a lot more premium and easy to carry when you hold it. Let's talk their outer displays now. Samsung's outer display is bigger, flat and looks crisp and bright. It supports a 120Hz refresh rate, so great responsiveness too. But Motorola has a better outer display. First, it supports a 165Hz refresh rate, plus it's an LTPO AMOLED display, so high refresh rate when needed and you are saving battery also when not in need. But the real flex, Motorola gives you full accessibility on its outer display. You can run full games, apps and even benchmarks. Whereas Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 is still limited after 6th generation. You only get to access widgets and some apps like Maps, Music and more. But one thing I have to give to Samsung. One UI 8 makes the Samsung cover screen feel super premium with clean animations, fluid transitions and a slick interface. One major thing, if you compare the bezels on both these phones, both outside and on the main display, Samsung gives you a more seamless look. Verdict, Motorola wins in usability and Samsung wins the vibes. Coming to their inner displays now, both have large, vivid AMOLED panels which produce color-accurate and sharp visuals. But the bummer here, Samsung is capped at only full HD Plus resolution, whereas Motorola comes with 1.5K resolution. But actually, it doesn't reflect so much in real-world usage. Samsung's display feels more polished thanks to its software, while Motorola's 165Hz gives it a speed edge, and it's noticeable while scrolling or gaming. If I talk about color accuracy and brightness, both smartphones are excellent. But if we compare them, which we are doing, brightness goes to Samsung whereas color accuracy goes to Motorola. In a brightness test, both scored under 2700 nits of peak brightness on auto mode, which is bright enough for indoors as well as outdoors. For colors, we ran a test called Calman Color Checker, where we recorded a delta E of 0.9 on Motorola and 1.2 on Samsung. Cut short, the lesser the value is, the better the display is. The only major difference in display, 120Hz refresh rate and FHD Plus resolution on Samsung versus 165Hz refresh rate and 1.5K resolution on Motorola. And you know which one's the best. Stereo speakers are loud enough on both phones, no major winner here. But yes, I would like to give some extra points to Samsung for its haptics. Really great haptic feedback on this one. Performance. This is something major because Samsung ditched the Qualcomm processor and chose its in-house Exynos 2500 chip. On the other hand, the Razr 60 Ultra runs on the popular Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. According to numbers, as expected, Motorola wins this battle. In Antutu test, it scored way ahead than Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7, and a similar story in Geekbench as well. This means the Razr 60 Ultra is indeed more powerful than the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7. Now, do we really need that much raw power on clamshell foldables? Aren't these phones more about vibe and experience than benchmarks and numbers? Samsung might not be the fastest phone, but it is a better phone when it comes to overall feel. And along with the design, credit goes to One UI 8 as well. It is smooth, you get tons of AI features and beautiful animations. Not just that, the biggest deal maker for Samsung is its 7 years of security and software updates. On the other hand, Motorola only offers you 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security updates. But it's not that Motorola is anywhere behind. It has its own charm with that almost stock Android looking UI, but it's just that Samsung feels more fluid. In terms of photography, there are a few big differences between these two phones. Both come with dual camera setups, Motorola with two 50-megapixel cameras and Samsung only 150-megapixel camera. From the main camera, the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra delivers warmer, more cinematic tones with a slightly softer look, making images feel cozy but less crisp. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 on the other hand captures sharper textures and more accurate colors with better details in both highlights and shadows. In low light, the Razr 60 Ultra controls noise fairly well but smooths out fine details, and its white balance can drift toward yellow. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 keeps more texture intact, handles noise without overprocessing and maintains a consistent color balance. And lastly, the Razr 60 Ultra produces a creamier, more DSLR-like blur with warm skin tones, but sometimes struggles with hair and edge separation. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 nails subject separation with precision, offering balanced skin tones and more accurate color, though its blur looks a bit artificial. Apart from that, you also get to record 8K videos on Motorola, whereas Samsung is only capped at 4K. And lastly, battery. Motorola's 4700 mAh battery gives a solid standby battery time over Samsung's 4300 mAh battery. And Samsung, not bad, but it's a power-hungry phone. It drains more juice at night and typically lasts a day. Also, Motorola charges faster from 0 to 100%. So you decide what's best for you. Now, which one is a better flip phone? See, I think Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 is a good option because of its longer updates. Along with that, it also offers more polished, premium and slick experience over Razr 60 Ultra. But if you're looking for freedom on the outer screen, better standby battery, smoother hinge and top-of-the-line specs, then the Razr 60 Ultra gives more value and flexibility. For me, flip phones are majorly about experience and the vibe. The suited and booted Samsung or the power-packed Motorola. Choose your vibe.